Spirit's book, The Three Reigns, Part 1, Exploring the Hierarchies of Nature. We're delighted to have you here at UR Spirituality, our YouTube channel devoted to offering insightful content on spirituality. This is video 51 of the series dedicated to exploring and understanding the Spirit's book, a must-read for anyone interested in spirituality and spiritual growth. The Spirit's book, published by Allan Kardec in 1857, explores the afterlife and the nature of spirits through conversations with benevolent spirits via mediums. It is structured as a Q&A with 1019 questions answered. In this episode, we kick off the review of the chapter, The Three Reigns. This chapter primarily aims to discuss the classification of the natural world into three main categories: the mineral, vegetable, and animal kingdoms. This classification helps in understanding the diverse forms of life on Earth and the various degrees of advancement present in the different orders of creation. The chapter delves into the characteristics and distinctions of these three kingdoms, highlighting their fundamental differences and interactions. It seeks to elucidate the progression in the order of creation, acknowledging the presence of intelligence and organization within these realms, albeit in different forms and levels of complexity. The purpose is to draw attention to the diverse manifestations of life and intelligence in nature, providing insights into the harmonious workings of the universe and the connectedness between different forms of existence. Today, we will cover questions 585 to 596 in this chapter, explaining the distinctions and relationships between humans and animals from both a philosophical and scientific perspective. This section also discusses the characteristics of the mineral, vegetable, and animal kingdoms, as well as the unique qualities of human beings. It addresses the question of whether animals act purely on instinct or if there is a limited form of intelligence in their actions. Let's get started. There are different ways to categorize the natural world, and the choice between them depends on one's perspective. From a material standpoint, you can divide it into inorganic and organic beings. But from a moral or spiritual perspective, there are four distinct degrees. These four degrees have clear characteristics, although they might seem to blend at their extremes. Inert matter, representing the mineral realm, possesses only mechanical force. Plants, which are also made of inert matter, have vitality. Animals, composed of inert matter and imbued with vitality, exhibit a limited, instinctive intelligence, providing them with consciousness and individuality. Human beings, encompassing all these qualities found in plants and animals, rise above the other categories due to their unique and limitless intelligence. This intelligence grants them an awareness of the future, an understanding of immaterial aspects, and knowledge of God. Plants lack consciousness and thoughts, existing with only organic life. They don't possess sensations or the capacity to experience suffering when they're harmed. The force that draws plants toward one another is independent of their will because they lack the ability to think or resist it. It's a mechanical force acting upon matter. The movements observed in certain plants, such as the mimosa and dionaea, which appear to be sensitive and even have a degree of intention, don't indicate the presence of thought or will in these plants. Nature is a continuum, marked by diversity yet interconnected. Plants lack the capacity for thought and will. Their actions are driven by a natural and automatic response to stimuli. In plants, there exists a form of self-preservation, which you might liken to instinct, but it's fundamentally mechanical. When two substances in a chemical reaction combine, it's due to their affinity for each other, yet we don't refer to this as instinct. In more advanced worlds, everything, including plants, attains a higher level of perfection. However, plants remain plants, animals stay animals, and humans are always humans. The essence of each class endures across different planes of existence. Drawing a precise line of demarcation between humans and animals in terms of intelligence is a contentious matter among philosophers. Some consider man merely an animal, while others argue that animals can be regarded as humans. However, both perspectives are mistaken. Man is a distinct being, capable of both debasing himself lower than the animals and elevating himself to greater heights. Physically, humans share commonalities with animals and are often less endowed than many of them in terms of natural provisions for survival. While the human body is subject to destruction, similar to that of animals, the human spirit possesses a unique destiny that only humans can fully comprehend. It's the understanding of this destiny, and the awareness of the existence of God, that sets humans apart and establishes their superiority. It's essential for humanity to recognize this distinction and not lower themselves beneath the level of animals. It's a mere theory to claim that animals act solely on instinct. While it's true that instinct dominates the behavior of most animals, some of them display actions guided by a definite will. This implies a limited form of intelligence. Some animals demonstrate not only instinct but also the ability to perform complex actions based on their will, adapting to circumstances. However, the intelligence of animals is primarily focused on satisfying their physical needs and ensuring self-preservation. They exhibit a type of intelligence that centers on practical matters but doesn't lead to progress or improvement. Their actions, even when seemingly intelligent, remain constant over time, following unchanging patterns and proportions. For instance, young birds, when isolated, construct nests based on the same model without any prior instruction. While some animals can be educated to a limited extent, their intellectual development is confined within narrow boundaries. This development is often a result of human influence on their adaptable nature, as animals themselves lack the inherent capacity for significant progress. Any artificial intellectual growth is temporary and individual, as animals quickly revert to their natural behaviors when not influenced by external forces. Animals have a method of communication among themselves, although it's not a language formed of words and syllables as humans have. Their communication serves to convey more than one might initially think. However, it's important to recognize that their language is limited, much like their ideas, and primarily revolves around their physical needs. Even animals without vocal capabilities have ways to understand each other. They employ means of conveying information and expressing their sensations. This method of communication is instinctive and constrained by their requirements and thoughts. Humans also have alternative ways of communicating beyond speech, such as non-verbal cues. Even those who are unable to speak find other means to interact and communicate. In this sense, animals are not fundamentally different. Their communication serves them within the scope of their needs and ideas. Animals like fishes, which migrate in groups, must possess means to exchange information, establish common understanding, and coordinate actions for mutual benefit. They likely have a keen sense of vision to interpret signs made by one another, or perhaps they use water to transmit certain vibrations. These animals have effective methods, whatever they may be, for comprehending each other's actions, much like other non-vocal animals that collaborate. So, it should not be considered unusual that spirits can communicate without the need for spoken language. Animals do have a degree of free will concerning their actions, but it's important to recognize that their freedom is limited, especially when compared to human free will. They are not mere machines, but their choices are primarily guided by their material needs. Unlike humans, animals do not bear the same level of responsibility and moral duty, so their freedom revolves around the necessities of their physical existence. In conclusion, this section of the Spirit's book illuminates the distinct spheres of existence among mineral, vegetable, and animal kingdoms while emphasizing the exceptional nature of human beings. It illustrates the boundaries between instinct and limited animal intelligence, underscoring the intricate communication methods within the animal world. The section seeks to underscore the uniqueness of human beings, elucidating their superior intelligence, moral consciousness, and recognition of God. Ultimately, it encourages a deeper understanding of the diverse yet interconnected aspects of existence, urging recognition of the pivotal differences that separate humans from the animal kingdom. And this concludes our review of the section exploring the hierarchies of nature as presented in the Spirit's book. Thank you for joining us. We hope this overview sparked your interest and encouraged you to explore more about spirituality. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and hit the notification bell for updates. In our next video, we will continue to review the 3 Rains chapter of the Spirit's book. See you again soon.